sounds fun.
Yeah, I hope that's not a
What'd you
trend
do?
after the update.
Yeah, that would suck.
Yeah.
Wow, I gotta check something.
Skies wide open, dark as night. We chase the sun, we chase the light. Engines hum and buzzing loud. In the sky we're free, unbowed. Wheels in our hair, no chains to bind. With Danzilla and our facts is fine. Clouds beneath us, dreams unfurl. Flying high round and round the world. Take to the sky, yeah we burn. No coming back, no return. Rock and roll under our wings. Feel the freedom here at sea. Eyes on the prize above the trees. Mountains whisper secrets tease. Through the peaks we glide away. Living life, no ground today. Take to the sky, yeah we burn. No coming back, no return. Rock and roll under our wings. Feel the freedom here at sea. Engines roar, echoes in time. City lights look so divine. From up here, no worries found. Only freedom in this sound. Take to the sky, yeah we burn. No coming back, no return. Rock and roll under our wings. Feel the freedom here at sea. Take to the sky,
All right, we are here, guys. Welcome to FPV World Tuesdays. We're here for another awesome live stream. This day and every first of the month, we're going to be doing what's called the World Long Range Challenge. Give me a thumbs up in the chat if everything looks good, sounds good on your end. I may have to repeat myself, but it sounds good on my end, I think. Well, just anybody's in the chat, but yeah. But anyway, welcome in, everybody. Danzilla, my friend, welcome in, sir. How's your day going?
Oh my goodness, it's been a rough few days. Well, it started raining on Sunday, and it was freezing rain, like hard freezing downpour for like over a day. We had the worst ice storm here, crazy. Everything's coated in ice. Yeah, I had no power for 3 days, no internet for 3 days. I'm behind on all my work, and yeah, I'm stuck indoors. So yeah, my power just came on this afternoon. I didn't think I was going to even be here tonight, so because they were saying Thursday before we got power, but
right.
Here I am. I made it. They knew I had to be here.
Dude. Well, we appreciate you coming in for sure. Obviously, you've been the co-host for a long time, and I definitely appreciate you being here. Always through the storms and all the craziness that you go through.
Yeah.
Heck yeah.
Oh, the Bell guys who are working down the street, they're coming in with fiber soon. I'll be able to get rid of the crappy dial-up internet soon. Soon.
Yeah. I can't wait for that day. I can't wait for that day for sure.
Oh, I have never had fast internet in my life.
No doubt. Well, if you've been watching my channel, if you're watching my channel, I've recently been flying Zoe's prototype props for 3D. So I've been doing 3.5-inch and 5-inch 3D flying recently, doing a lot of practicing and stuff like that. So yeah, check it out. We're going to be doing a lot more videos of that coming up fairly soon, as well as doing some long range trip this weekend. So yeah, got some stuff coming up. But without further ado, we've got an awesome panel of judges that I asked individually if they wanted to do this, and every single one of them said yes.
Cool.
I think your microphone stopped working.
Yo.
Welcome in. Yeah, if anybody wants to say who they are and
me or Marcel
from.
Marcel.
Go ahead. Anybody can start.
Okay. I'll start. I'm Brandon.
Yeah, tell us.
I'm going to go by BrandonBeans or Brandon's Big Beans. I like to fly long range. I like to fly freestyle. I like to fly with my friends and fly solo. I do it all.
Oh, yeah. Awesome. And you do a lot of tuning help for a lot of people. So.
Yeah, a lot of people might know me, or I might have helped them in the past tuning their quads. I tend to help out on the Betaflight Discord a lot and on Chris Rosser's Discord. So if anybody has issue with a naughty drone, it's just people trying to get through the filter tuning is 90% of what I'm doing, and Betaflight doesn't really hold your hand for that part. So presets have helped a lot, but sometimes you just have a cranky drone and people don't know what to do, and I like to look at the wiggly lines and figure out what's going on.
Hell yeah. And that's a big reason why I picked you to be here. So again, appreciate you being here.
Thank you.
Chris Steele, do you want to go next?
Yeah, hey guys, Westside FPV. I've been doing long range flying for many years now, and I don't know. It's just like I fly music festivals too, but I think long range is still like some of my favorite flying. I don't know. You just hit that flow state and you forget the world exists.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
And you've also won a lot of GoPro awards over the years as well, right?
Yeah, a few GoPro awards and the $1 Million Challenge with the Hero 8 and
nice.
Very awesome.
Film Festival, won that one too. Yeah, FPV's been a fun, rewarding thing for my life for sure.
Yeah, and definitely recently been filming some awesome concerts as well. I don't know how you fly with all that lights.
Yeah, I was actually just filming one this last weekend. And,
Yeah.
normally Deadmau5 likes to catch the drone, but we were trying to like figure something else out to do. So that I don't know what made him think of this, but like I was hovering around him, and he fucking smacked me out of the air with a rag.
Wow.
It was pretty funny. It was pretty funny. I went back up. I was hovering
like a fly.
I was hovering in front of him. Then he like turned the music down and said sorry as I'm hovering. Like it was cool. I felt like I was part of the moment for sure.
That's amazing. Amazing.
That's fun.
Yeah.
Amazing. Nomad Aerials, you're the master of the camera filters and everything like that. Why don't you go next, buddy?
Camera filters.
Sure.
Hi guys, I'm Nomad Aerial. Most of you guys know me for my critique of everyone's pixels. I predominantly fly cinematic style, I suppose you could call it that. I dabble in some FPV and I dabble in some long range. I guess a lot of my cinematic exploits have required the ability to fly long range, so that's how I've gotten involved in that. But I'm here to look at all your pictures and watch your footage. So I'm excited to be here. Thank you very much, Marcel, for having me.
No problem. Very awesome to have you. You've done a lot of help for a lot of people in the past with different video editing and critiques. So
for
keep it up. And I hope to see more of your streams in the future.
Thanks.
If you want to make pretty pictures, be like Nomad Aerial.
Oh yeah, we've actually one of the month's challenges is going to be all dedicated to just that. So stay tuned a couple months ahead for that one. Mr. Fly High FPV, the master of Mr. LEDs behind you.
Hey, what's up? I'm Dave. I run the shop, Fly High FPV. I run the highest quality drone shop in town, man. I've got drone parts, custom 3D prints. I make my own batteries. I've been finding batteries on the market that are just not enough and wrapping them up, making them super strong. I've been working with all sorts of different kinds of companies, just trying to make everything that we got out here a little bit better. Just, listening to what the people want and trying to make it happen. But yeah, I serve international market, so I'll ship parts anywhere in the world. I've been doing tons of design work for people all over the world too, just emailing files out. And I'm also hosting tons and tons of events now. I've been doing Castle Crash now for 4 years, and they just elected me the chairman of Castle Crash. So I'm leading all these heathens and ruffians through the woods. In 2 weeks, I've got Sloss Drone Derby right here in Birmingham, Alabama. It's going to be a 2-day adventure. And during this Lost Drone Derby, we're doing Fly Tribes Freestyle Contest. It's the first edition of this massive freestyle contest. The top 3 are winning coins. The third place gets a fully built or a full kit to build their own quad, a 5-inch quad. Second and first place get plane tickets where they get to fly out to the Northwest FPV Park. And that's going to be ridiculous for the finals. The top 10 around the country from the 5 freestyle events all meet up in Oregon to go fly the Northwest FPV Park. And there's $15,000 in cash prizes. So I'm super stoked because I've been doing FPV a long, long time. I've never seen a freestyle contest with like $15,000 in cash prizes. So I'm super excited about that. And it's happening right here in my backyard.
That's wild.
I'll be at the finals too. So I'm really, really excited. This year's bigger and badder than last year. Last year blew my, it rocked my world, man. I went all over there last year too. All over, I went as New York and up to FPV Palooza in Chicago. I mean, I've just been taking the shop with me everywhere I can and seeing what everybody wants,
That's cool.
Bro, you've definitely helped me out some awesome like street league rigs and stuff for sure with gear.
Yeah, and free support. I will help you even if you bought it from the other guy. I don't care. I'll still help you fix your drones. That's what I'm talking about.
That's pretty small, man. That's cool.
Legit. And Dave, you're also going to be giving away some prizes, part of your sponsorship as well for the event, right? So
yeah, I'm sponsoring the event this year. I think we decided I'm going to do a $50 gift card for 3D print services or design work every single event that we do in the long range contest. So there will be prizes for me every single month. And I love it because it's a nice international contest. There's so many times when people get left out because they're not in America or something like that. And I'm like, dude, I want it to be everywhere. And this makes it easy because if you're out in another country, I can either ship you parts there or you can just get design files and print them locally. Nice and easy. Because printers are so easy these days.
There you go. Thank you very much, Mr. Fly High FPV. Mr. Falconrad, how are you doing, sir?
Good today, thanks.
You want to go next?
Sure. So I'm Falconrad, or you might Conrad. I've been flying long range for, I don't know, probably 6-7 years now.
Wow.
I originally started doing it because trying to just go and fly in the parks and stuff was so annoying here in Vancouver. They're just full of people everywhere. So I was actually just went out for clear cuts in the woods to just fly and not be around people. And then, I just kind of got addicted to trying to go further and further and look at all the interesting stuff there was out there.
No doubt. Yeah, you've definitely inspired me. And
I love Falconrad's videos. Beautiful.
We lost your mic there, Danzilla.
I was just saying Falconrad's videos are, for fuck's sakes.
Oh no, you're good now. You're good now. You're good. Just for a second.
I was just saying Falconrad's videos are very helpful. Falconrad's videos are very helpful. They're nice to look at and they're helpful. He does a good combo.
His videos gave me confidence to long range some really expensive drones with really expensive cameras. So.
Heck yeah.
I bet. Yeah. That's part of it, man. Yeah, exactly. Seeing what other people are doing and you're like, hey, I got a similar setup. I can do that. That's why I copied Falconrad's 7-inch build for my own purposes, because it was like, I don't want to build something that nobody else has built. And then I was like, oh, he did it. It works. So I'm going to do the exact same thing.
Yeah. Tried, tested, and true in the Canadian North.
Falconrad's videos definitely pushed me when I was starting. I was watching his videos. There was a couple of your videos that I kept watching over and over again. I was like, man, these are epic. So, if you live anywhere near, just natural beauty, it's hard not to want to do the long range.
I agree.
Yeah, we're pretty lucky here with the mountains and scenery we have.
Yeah, I'm watching Jet 707 and watching Jet is what got me into FPV like 9 years ago. Watching those dudes mountain surf, it was just so inspiring. It blew my mind. I've been an avid skier my whole life, so I was used to like jumping off of cliffs and shit like that. And seeing them do it with a drone and go places where I could not possibly go with my skis, it just ticked a button in my brain and I couldn't turn off.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. Yeah,
for sure. No doubt. And last but not least, we've got Mr. LetsFlyRC. Welcome in, sir.
What's up, guys? I'm LetsFlyRC. I like to make unique things fly. I like to build weird things and see if they can fly and do weird things. I don't know. I enjoy a challenge. Unfortunately, I live in Florida, so there's not a whole lot of long range here unless you just want to show the beach off for like ever, and it looks the same as you go down the beach. But recently I was fortunate enough, I was, I don't know, about 6 years ago, I joined up with Rotor Riot, and they've taken me so many places. It's amazing. And I've had a lot of opportunities to go and fly really cool locations. Like we went to California and I got to fly mountains for the first time, and I was just blown away. I was so excited. And that just that was addicting. It was so addicting that every opportunity I get now, I try to go somewhere and fly somewhere scenic like that, because it was just blew my mind. I crave more of it all the time. I got to go to Oregon, and that's so beautiful up there. Oh my gosh. Got to fly waterfalls and mountains in Oregon. And then recently I just got back from Nevada.
I saw that video. It was great.
Yeah. Yeah, the waterfalls. Apparently, I'm not flying waterfalls right though, so I'm gonna have to step up my game because apparently, if you don't go into the water, then you're not flying waterfalls right. So, for my next trip, I gotta make a waterproof drone.
Or go behind the water.
Informal coating for the wind.
Yeah, I did that. But like, if you don't go into the water, then
you gotta
really
get some water on the lens.
Minimum,
I don't know that long range plus flying into the water is a good. It's not a good look. I don't think it's too many chances there for shit to go wrong.
Yep.
Unless you got that worry-free coating, you're good to go.
You got to push it though, man. You got to push it.
Well, we're talking about chances. Yeah. We're talking about chances, and freaking Marcel's trying to figure out how to do long-range 3D flying. The guy wants to fly upside down down a mountain. So
it's
and worry-free is gone. We got to find new conformal coating. What's the best on the market these days?
You know what? I've always just used this exact same jar that I bought when I first started the hobby.
MG stuff.
Just keep using
the
it.
MG 420 was great. It was so good. But then when they changed to the C, it when you put ISO on it, it just fogs up. It doesn't dissolve anymore.
I'm just going to completely epoxy pot my ESC and flight controller.
I got so hooked on worry-free, just absolutely completely coating my stuff.
If anybody knows the answer to this, I'd be very happy. I've been trying to build a waterproof drone, and the thing that I'm held up on is what are you doing about the camera? Like for the DJI 03, DJI 04 camera, what are you doing to waterproof that? Because that's just externally mounted, right?
It does fine. All the DJI 03 and 04 Pros do real well, unless you're planning on being underwater. And if that's the case, you got to decase, pull the back of the camera off, and then pull the whole lens out, and you're going to coat all the way around on the outside of the lens, and then the whole back of the board, and then squeeze it back into the case, and it'll really gum up and fill everything, and you're not going to take it back apart. You're going to want some kind of thick silicone. I've been using worry-free forever, but that stuff is all gone and just expired.
Beautiful.
Like
my buddy crashed his one of his wings up in a tall tree, like above in the canyon over by his house, and it got stuck there for like 4 days, and it poured rain for like 3 of those days, and we didn't do any waterproofing. We didn't unplug the drone. It was, it probably powered itself down after several hours. But the 04 camera and the 04 system, everything was fine. I told him to dry it out for a few days, plugged it in. There was no haze, no fog in the lens. It was fine. Everything was fine.
I had a similar situation with one of my
9 out of 10 crashes in the water. Like you'll have one crash where it'll go bad, but just don't coat it and run it, and it'll do just fine.
I plan on going in the water though, so I needed something a little more. I need something a little bit more extreme.
I mean, with no coating, you can take your 03 and you can crash in the water and be 6 inches underwater and sit there and fly back out of the water. And as soon as you come back up about 3 inches to the top of the water, you'll start getting a signal again, and it'll go through. But if you go deeper than about 3 inches, you don't need to worry about the DJI
at all, really. You just need to worry about your own electronics.
Yeah, the only time I would coat it is if you're planning on being underwater for like a half an hour. Yeah. That's when you go in and you're going to coat the lens, seal up the lens. Like if you want it to survive wakeboarding runs and just being constantly in the water.
Yeah, I just want to be able to, like, if I mess up, I want to be able to crash in the water and then get up and go again.
Yeah, you don't need for anything on the 03 or the 04 Pro.
Okay.
But I've been hearing issues with the light 04. Where people are having frying light 04s when they hit water, but I haven't had any problems with the 04 yet. I'm in the water every week. It's either a pond or a puddle, or the last 2 months it's been rusty metal every time. Like I crashed in an engine the size of an SUV and was 15 feet underground in a 100-year-old rusty motor, and everything flew later that day.
Wow.
And then, Sean, you were saying about flying into the waterfall. I remember Eric Smith a few years ago, it was like 2 years ago, he posted a video where he flew into the mist of the waterfall, like in front of the waterfall at the Badlands. I don't remember the waterfall.
Yeah, I've done that. I want to actually fly into the waterfall.
And it was awesome. There was like specks on the lens, and he was coming back, and he was like 20 feet from the cliff that he was standing on, and it just disarmed, and it just fell.
Oh no!
Like right there, fell the whole cliff all the way down into the bottom of the canyon.
Oh my gosh, that's awful.
But yeah, it was because of the mist. It just got to it finally, I guess.
Man, I guess I was lucky.
Yeah, he almost made it back.
See, that was the experience I had with MG Chemicals, is that I would be flying for a while, and then all of a sudden I'd death roll and fall out of the sky. And it would be like, okay, waterproofing, and it would keep my electronics from getting fried, but it wasn't enough to just be like, I'm just going to fly through this fucking tornado and keep going. With the worry-free, it really does code it. The Cot King was good too. It did the same thing as worry-free. It was just much, much thicker silicone and easy to remove. I'm not a huge fan of the X30 spray. It rubs off and it does not provide very good long life protection. And I want a Coda board to be in case for a year or two before I burn it up and crash it, you know?
That's that micro coating.
There's got to be.
Yeah, the Flywoo spray on.
There's got to be some industrial solution out there. Right?
Micro hydrophobic.
Yeah. I'd use stuff like that for like the inside of my transmitter, but not for something that I'm going to be touching and it's going to be hitting things.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Somebody put a link to the worry-free in the chat somewhere.
Oh, it's gone, dude. You can't buy it anymore.
Oh, well, thanks for the link. Then.
I have a package right here.
Yeah, it's expired too.
So what's the alternative?
Awesome, but that's
what I'm
Eric
asking.
Smith is in the chat, and he says Scablands.
Scablands. Scablands. I was close.
Another one too. There's
Thank you, Eric.
What?
There you go. This is the last package.
I tried to forget about that. That's awesome that
I've
you're
been
watching.
testing this from Dread FPV out of Switzerland, and it's very similar to the old MG Chemicals 422B. Yeah. It's but it feels more like the acrylic kind of stuff where it'll kind of crack instead of being like real soft and rubbery. The worry-free was so good because it was super soft and thick, and you can just scrape it away with a fingernail and then rework, and then put another glob on top of your rework.
I found this stuff on Amazon. I don't even know what it is, but
is that the black one?
No, it's made by Ganbaro. It just says electronic sealant, but it reminds me like very similar to conformal, like silicone conformal, but when it dries, it doesn't dry hard. It dries like latexy, which is kind of nice, so it doesn't like crack off like the new conformal does. So I've been messing around with that. I haven't given it a full test though.
It's like E6000's good too.
Yep, I love that stuff.
But that stuff is super permanent. It's not easy to remove and rework at all.
You can like peel it. You know, you can't like solder through it.
Dip the whole thing in epoxy resin.
I got another friend that's been telling me that it's not the E6000. I got to get the 8000 or the 9000. And apparently those get softer.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, there you go. Here's my waterproof squirt video since we're talking about waterproof stuff.
A couple of pieces of copper over your MOSFET.
Just this.
And pop the whole thing.
Yeah. Now, what you won't be ready for is that if you hit a real waterfall and get in it, it'll knock the snot out of your quad and you'll be tumbling.
Oh, yeah.
And so you need to be bottled up or ready to swim.
Yeah, it's just slam for it was like 4 years ago. At one point I go like in it.
Unfortunately, it's not showing.
This was just all conformal too. This is just all silicone conformal.
I wonder why it's not showing in the live stream.
Enthralled by it because they can't see it right now.
All right.
Darn it. I don't know why it's not sharing to the live stream. That's annoying.
What, we see it, but the audience doesn't see it?
Correct.
That's correct.
Yeah.
How sad.
Oh dang.
So what's the brand now that you think is the best? Which conformal is the best?
That's what I'm asking. What's the new? I need something.
It's gotta just be the MG Chemicals, right?
Yeah. I have my bottle.
It's definitely not the best.
Though.
So there's a bunch of different MG chemicals. 419.
I'm not as hard on it as you.
419 is like acrylic, and it dries hard like fingernail polish. And I'm for the 04 light. If you have a 04 light, it's got that crappy little board on the back of the camera. It's like they glued a board to the back of the camera and then attached the MIPI cable to an extra board, and it's so janky and fragile. And I highly recommend get some 419 and coat all the way around that, so just to secure that little crappy board to it. Justin's saying NanoFlow X. I have not tried that. I will though.
I've heard that stuff is good.
Let me write it down, because I'll forget.
Google.
No, and I've tried
Do
all
you
the
work
old
for
stuff too.
NanoFlow, RX Justin Rice?
I mean, if he does, he should talk to me. Reach out, bro.
It's cool, but
It's just a few hot sticks. It sticks hot glue. That would work.
Just start using Rain-X.
No, definitely not hot glue. Hot glue, it gets real crappy when your stuff gets hot. It goes in everything.
Yeah, it's gonna remelt.
I ruined a VTX with hot glue early on, and was like, why? Why did I do this?
Well, see, if you do hot glue,
we just
then
got
you
like a
wrap
3.5.
it. If you wrap it, then it reflows every time it melts.
So, NanoFlow X is a
anyway,
hydroscopic coating.
So you want?
I don't think so. I don't want a hydrophobic, whatever. I want thick silicone that I can peel off, because that's what's worked the best.
Yeah, physical barrier is better than a chemical barrier.
I do.
I talked to the guy. What's the other guy that does the treatments down in Florida? He doesn't sell kits yet. He just, like, you ship him your drone, or he does a build for you and he coats it. But he uses these little foil stickers, and he puts a sticker on the top and the bottom of every board, and then he uses what looks like black putty. I think it may be that plumber's tape that re-steels. You know what I'm talking about? You can cut the plumber's tape and stick it back together.
Flex
and
seal.
It's not Flex Seal, but it's like it's kind of similar. Self-healing. It's called. They like melt back together. But anyway, he goos a bunch of black goo all the way around the edges to sandwich the board in, and completely encases it, wraps it around all the wires, and just like squeezes it together until it's just a goo. And it looks like it works really well.
Interesting.
Yeah.
You don't have any overheating problems when you run something super thick like that?
So, no, I don't. And I've tested a ton of, like, I've even gone to the point of running 4S ESCs and 4S motors with conformal coating on them, and running them on 6S voltage, and running them on, like, giant props with the conformal coating, and the ESC stays nice and cool. You'll burn the motors up before the ESCs will cook.
Nice.
I mean, it depends on the size of your ESC, but, like, at the time I was testing 4S on, like, 20 amp ESCs. You know, it doesn't take a lot.
Boom.
Unless you're trying to submarine.
I never worry about getting my conformal coat off. I just cook it with my soldering iron.
They show NanoFlow X on an ESC going underwater with the prop running. That's at least what I wanted to do.
Sean, how long is it going to be before you build a hybrid amphibious drone that can properly go underwater without losing signal?
So I've already started that project. I mean, it's not okay. It's something different. I don't know if you guys ever saw the Aquacopter Rotorite episode where I took an old drone from like 15 years ago that a company named Aquacopter built, and it's basically like a hollow plastic shell, and all the electronics are inside of that hollow plastic shell, which is like a clam shell, and they used marine silicone to seal it in there, and so everything's encased except for the motors, and then it floats if you land on the water, which is pretty cool because you could just take off again. So I probably shouldn't be giving away this secret, but that's where I was curious about, because the one thing that is exposed in this drone is the camera. So I wasn't sure if that was going to be a problem or not, but from what you're saying, it looks like I don't have an issue. But then, for my standard like tank XR4 that I'm going to be taking on a waterfall trip here soon, I'm not going to have all that. I want to know what to do with the electronics too. So it's kind of good that we're talking about this.
Well, if you're building a submarine, you should be gluing up your whole camera too.
Okay. Yeah. I mean, I don't plan on. I plan on crashing, and I plan on hopefully being able to get it back, right? Because I know that I'm not going to be successful every time. Usually my strategy is just bring 6 drones, but it'd be nice if I get to bring them home too.
Throw money at it.
Yeah, I mean, there's that Swell Pro drone, that commercial waterproof drone that's orange. Have you seen that one?
Yeah, there were a bunch with carbon fiber bodies too. They all look like they were similar with the floating cavity and all the electronics inside.
I always thought that drone copied Aquacopter, honestly, because Aquacopter was first, and then that duplicate looked like a clone orange Aquacopter to me. As a matter of fact, I know the owner of the company, but I never confronted him or asked him. I was like, whatever, dude. Aquacopter's not making him any money. They actually went out of business and tried to sell the company at one point, but yeah, it never became super popular. Unfortunately, I thought it was like the coolest idea ever. I've actually got 2 of them hanging on the wall still over here. But the one problem today is that the VTX is overheat. So I have a solution, and you'll have to wait for the Rotor episode to see it on how to keep the VTX.
Well, did you see what they did with the hydrophobe? So the hydrophobe, they used like a bus frame, and they put a skirt all the way around the outside, and then they used silicone on the tops and bottom of the skirt and compression on the frame to squeeze it all together like a sandwich. But to deal with the heat, they built heat pipes like on a graphics card that sit underneath the VTX in the back and bring the heat pipes outside of the frame and up right next to the skirts. So
the whole bottom plate's metal.
Yep, it's genius.
Wow, that's cool.
But yeah, that's Gab 707, and what was the name of his company?
Andy. Well, no, the hydrophobe was Shen Drones.
Shen Drones and Gab that put
Andy Shen is like a pillar of the drone designing community. He's
cutting edge.
Yeah, he's like for sure.
He's always got some new cool ideas.
Absolutely. Is he still doing stuff? Is he still?
I know he's still flying.
I'm not sure. I haven't seen anything new, but he created like so many just like standards that he kind of doesn't need to do anything else now.
I mean, he has a whole category of lifter.
Yeah, exactly. He's just like resupplying the world with what they're using.
Yeah, for sure.
I wonder how many thicks are out there.
I owned like 3 nutmegs. I think 4 different squirts.
The squirt, dude. Like
everybody knows the name.
The squirt is like by far like people tell me like they've made more money with their squirt than any other drone. I'm like, yep, I definitely believe that.
Well, as soon as you started doing the slam squirt, I think that made it way better.
Well, I mean, like there was just like a core group of guys flying the OG one, and it just kind of like. It just felt like the next, generation of it, and I'm glad that Andy was cool with me doing it, and everybody seemed to like it, and there's still like I see him all the time out in the wild. I'm like, it's like it's its own thing now.
I still have an OG port. Yeah.
Yeah, when I was working on a movie like way back a couple years ago, the pilot that was doing a lot of the FPV stuff was using a Shen drone squirt. It was pretty awesome. I was like, I know that drone. Heck yeah.
Yeah, I think the squirt is the beginning of
Donnie's here. Yeah, there you go. Look at that. Donnie's in chat. Donnie's flying squirt too. Yeah, look at that. Slam squirt.
There you go.
I've built so many of those. I can't tell you how many I built.
Yeah.
Awesome, guys. So yeah, the link's in the chat for the Discord. Join the Discord. We got the challenges starting up fairly soon. As you may know, we've got a challenge coming up today, which is going to be due the next Tuesday. We're going to be doing a stream, just me and Danzilla and a couple people that want to come hang out. But basically, what we're doing right now is April sign-up challenge. So if you've already entered into the Discord and into the Google form that is submitted so that we can get your address for sending out, we got some products here for the April sign-up challenges. One of them being the worry-free package conformal coating that I was just showing off. as well as a couple other.
Now
awesome
everybody
products.
wants to win that.
Is that the last one?
Yeah.
Is it expired?
Yeah.
You know what? This one was actually
Still
given
good.
to me from the
Do they?
FPV Rippies Award that I won for long range.
Check the date.
Was
July-
it,
Does it expire?
July 1st,
Separated?
2025.
Oh,
good.
man, that's the
Yeah.
last batch.
You got till the summer to apply it.
So let's talk about this
Look at
whole
mine.
challenge thing. Let's tell everybody what it is and what we're talking about.
Hell yeah. So
I don't know. I'm
Yeah,
asking you.
the very beginning here, so we're going to be just doing a 2-minute video, and that's just going to show off a little bit of what you fly and how you fly, just anything and everything. It can be something previously you already shot or something brand new that you want to shoot, but it's a 2-minute video. You don't have to show your face in any of your videos or anything like that. We do ask to add a little bit of information of what camera you're using. If you have any specs on the camera and that kind of stuff, specs on what kind of aircraft you're using, so we kind of know if it's a plane or a drone or a camera drone or whatever you're going to be using. I know there's already one wing pilot and a camera drone pilot in the signups. And then, yeah, for every month, we're going to be having a different challenge. So this is a little sneak preview. May challenge is you're going to be just finding a waterfall. Doesn't matter how big, doesn't matter how small. Maybe it's a little tiny little river waterfall, but go capture a waterfall is basically the extent of the first challenge. And each sponsor for every challenge has been divided up. Some sponsors are on for every single month. Some of them have picked a bigger prize purse for the month that they picked. So as you can see, they're listed. Team Black Sheep has generously donated $100 for the May. Now let's go back and do the April first. The April one first is we've got Polymaker, which is on every month. They've been supporting my live stream since the beginning. So every month and every week on my live streams, we'll be giving away a roll of filament like we usually do. Second up is Camera Butter, our lovely friend over there in Vancouver Island. Mr. Paul Mactech, he's going to be supporting us with some discount codes for you guys for the April sponsorship. We also have T Hobby. Now I know there's a lot of craziness going on in the world right now with T Hobby, but we'll be getting you guys products. They've generously given us a really big discount codes. So we'll have to figure out how that's all going to work out for some people, but rest of the world, I guess it'll be all okay. The other one is Emax, and Emax has also let us know that their prize purses for the $100 for the April sponsorship package is only available for Canada and US because of the Emax USA contact that I am dealing with. And last but not least is Toolkit RC. They're not the best in the world. I think they're really good products. I've heard a lot of complaints about Toolkit RC, but they're giving us a really good discount code as well, and they're going to be doing that every single month. So I really appreciate all those sponsors. So it's a big list. We keep growing. May's got a little couple more different sponsors, but as it goes, it's got the main ones is Camera Butter, Polymaker, Emax, and Toolkit RC are going to be for every single month.
Sweet.
And Fly High FPV.
Oh, right. I haven't written you down
Fly
yet because I just got back. Correct.
I got you every month.
And as well, a big shout out to Mr. Sean Morrison, Mr. LetsFlyRC, Falconrad. I believe Westside also agreed. They're going to be doing a frame giveaway on one of the months that they
giving away one of my 6-inch platforms. That's like what I fly for everything. So
hell yeah. So lots of sponsorships, lots of products going out to you guys. I'm kind of jealous. I think I should have let Danzilla do the hosting and I could have entered. But I think it's going to be a lot of fun, you guys. It's not about going as far as you can. It's just about showing off nature and getting out of the house, getting out of your surroundings, not flying near a school, not flying around a bando, but just kind of getting out and like even flying a meadow, a river, if you can find a mountain, of course, find a mountain, a hilltop.
Yeah, I think
Just
that's going to be a
find some
problem
scenery.
with a lot of people in like the middle of the United States is they don't have waterfalls.
Yeah. No doubt.
We got construction. That's it.
My buddy in Nebraska was like, "Yeah, so many waterfalls in Nebraska." I was like, "Yeah."
You just gotta get creative, man. Get you your rifle and put you a hole in a water tower, and then you got a waterfall.
Don't they have one
He's
at
got the
Cabela's?
coolest bird clip I've ever
Nebraska
seen,
shops?
but he was chasing some geese. He's got the coolest goose shot I've ever seen, but he had to pull it down. He had to pull it down.
So every month is going to be a different challenge, and I definitely ask all the guys on the panel here if you guys have a suggestion for one of the months. I've pre-selected the first 4, but basically, so we have I've selected, and it may change, and this is kind of a little sneak preview for everybody, the first little intro here. But the May challenge, like I said, it was waterfalls. Then I was thinking maybe June challenge might be reflections. So basically just go out and capture some kind of water or something that gives a reflection of an image that's in the sky with your drone or with your aircraft.
When's the first one due? The first one is waterfalls. When's it due? It's due at the beginning of May.
So all these are listed in the Discord. So make sure you go to the Discord. I just noticed it myself, but the May challenge looks like it's due on the 27th at noon.
Sweet.
I don't know what noon. My noon, your noon.
High noon, everybody's noon.
Yeah, high noon for sure.
And then July I've got sunset. So all of these kind of challenges aren't really super specific to like having to really go too far. It's all about just capturing the nature around you and kind of getting out a little bit. I know some people are stuck in the cities, but there's also a 2.5 to 3 month submission. Once you guys submit your videos in the Discord, then everybody in the Discord on FPV Your World gets to that last week gets open to everybody so they can vote, and that becomes basically our People's Choice Award, which gives you a little small prize for the persons that get that. And if we have a lot of submissions, we're just going to show off the top ones on the live stream that would be following that. And then so let's see, where did I put that information here?
We're going to have a Kids' Choice Award too.
What?
Choice Award.
I missed it.
Kids' Choice Award.
A kids? No.
The Kids' Choice.
So the April sign up challenge is just the show us what you got challenge, 2-minute video that is due April 29th. Just try and get it in as early as you can because we have the live stream on the 29th. I had misspelling in there.
Don't leave it to the last second.
Yeah. Where did I put the information? Boom. Yeah, so once a challenge is announced on the live stream, there will be 3 weeks to submit, and we'll have viewers vote on the videos and then judged final votes on the live stream, as well as announcing the next challenge for the following month, in case it changes.
Very cool.
And who gets to vote?
Everybody in the FPV Your World Discord gets to vote. So each challenge, there's a different challenge channel in the World Long Range Discord part of it. And it'll be unlocked for everybody after that third week for everybody to vote with like emojis and stuff like that.
Dope.
I was trying to find the Discord to change the icon.
Oh yeah. Yeah, that threw me off too. I was like, what's this?
Yeah, I've been working
with
it.
So we got this April challenge, May challenge. All right.
Hell yeah. And I believe the link I shared. I think the link I shared is to the WRC info part. I'll put that link back in the chat again for you. But yeah, if there's any questions, let me know. Yeah.
It's gonna be fun.
So all you have to do is a 2-minute video entry just to show us what you got.
What's that
and then you post it in the
quad
Discord.
that Let's Fly is
April
showing
just
off
show us what you got, and then May is waterfalls. Okay.
So this is the frame that I'm going to be giving away. I think we're going to do it next month, right? Is that what we said?
Yes, for May, yeah.
This is my new Tank S XR4. So this is a long range 4-inch.
4-inch.
Yeah, I was really it was inspired by the Flywoo Explorer. Like Bubby we did a rotor episode where Bubby flew it 4 miles away and 4 miles back, and I was like, wow, that's amazing that it went so far. It's like so I was like, well, I already have a drone frame that's almost ready. I just need to make a few changes to it, and I was amazed that my motors and the props and everything just seemed to work out well. This thing flies for 20 minutes.
Nice.
And I was able to fly it 4 miles away and 4 miles back, 8-mile round trip. So it's freaking amazing.
Wow.
Like, imagine how many you can put back.
3.5-inch frame with longer arms.
So basically, this is a Tank S with the 4-inch arms, essentially.
Okay.
So Tank S is a 3.5-inch drone for freestyle, and it's a basher. The major thing I wanted to change was the Flywoo Explorer. Like, if you crash it, you broke an arm, pretty much, you know. And this, you're not going to break because it's a tank. So, you know, I mean, you're not supposed to crash a mile away, right? But you know, there's a chance that your drone's going to disarm and fall, and you don't want to, like, you know, even if you just crash next to yourself, you don't want to have to be done for the day because your drone's broken, right? So. I just wanted something a little more durable, and I still get the same efficiency, the same flight times and everything as the Flywoo Explorer, but with a durable drone. And I thought
Shut up and take my money.
No.
By the way,
Nice. I like it.
doing
Nice
the
and
tank,
chunky.
the 5-inch. I had the chance to fly one like maybe 5, 6, 7 times.
Really? Nice.
And, well,
That's
I had to tune it for a friend of mine, and it was nice. It was really nice. We had supernovas on it, and it was like a brand new clean build, and I got 2 made in it, and I tuned it up, and it was pretty easy, and it was nice.
That's
Thanks
awesome.
for the memories.
Has a lot of fling with the supernovas and the weight. It was awesome, and we had the 04 Pro in it.
What motors are on that
yeah.
thing, Sean?
So this is my LetsFlyRC 1604 4000 kV motors. I designed them originally for the 3.5-inch on 4S, and it just turns out that they work amazingly on 4-inch props also. They come down cold. It's amazing, and
Nice. That's a good size.
I don't
think I've
it
ever
was an
tried that
accidental. Yeah, it was accidental luck of the draw that I put 4-inch props on, and it worked great. I took it out to Arizona and Nevada, and we literally flew every single day, all day for like 6 days with these drones. This is the only thing I flew the whole time. It was so much fun. Imagine how many of these you can put in a backpack and carry on the plane, right?
Definitely.
Like, this is the only thing you need. It's so cool. Like, I love flying airplanes, but like, you're not throwing that in a backpack and bringing it on the airplane with you, right?
Do you know like all up weight by chance?
I don't know, but I got a scale. I'll check.
I think the 03s and the 04s have done miracles for long ranging, I think. You know what I mean? Because now you don't have to carry that big, heavy action camera anymore. And that weight savings alone puts you way out there, you know?
I feel like the 04s come
Nomad
back
would
a lot
say,
quicker,
no,
too.
don't. You need a,
I'm over here
you need a
twisting,
red.
dude.
You need a big red or something on there.
I feel like the 04s recover a lot quicker too. When they do disconnect, the like comeback is not nearly as long.
So this is with a giant chunker of a battery. So I would say half of that's the battery, but yeah, without the battery. So like, what is that? 439 with this giant battery. And I've got 3D prints and crap on here. Like, you don't need all this stuff.
How much is it dry now?
Yeah. So that's still not bad.
230.
Oh, that's good. Okay, that's.
This is a heavy chunker of a battery. But this is what you need if you want to fly 20 minutes, though.
No, yeah, exactly.
No, yeah, I always say if you want to fly like micro long range, you got to be at least sub 250 dry.
Yeah.
So like with 5-inch, with like a 5-inch ultralight, you want to be 250.
Yeah.
And then.
Yeah.
So that's like pretty much the perfect weight right there for 4-inch.
It's great. I mean, I love it. Like I said, you don't need all this stuff. I can pull these prints off and save a few grams.
Yeah, exactly.
I could use a different strap if I really needed to. And this is what
that's a good like general purpose drone for anybody.
I would take the TPU off the arms for sure because I'm not going to crash it.
Right. Yeah. Exactly.
Well, whoever wins it might, and that's good. No, that's good.
Hi, baby.
And the if you put the 04, you get another 10 grams. The 04 is 10 grams lighter than the 03. This is the 03 on this one. So.
Oh yeah.
Thank you. I love it. I'm having the best with it. But I want to fly to a waterfall next. That's the next thing. I flew at a waterfall. I fly into the waterfall.
Where's your closest waterfall?
I think we have one in Florida. Technically, there's a really small waterfall in Florida that goes down to a cave, but
cool. Road ride in a
yeah.
cave? That'd be a good episode, dude.
Yeah, I gotta figure that.
Dive the glory hole.
I think it's probably a super tourist attraction though, so it's probably gonna be hard to find a time when there's not a bunch of people around.
Oh yeah.
That's the hardest part.
Earlier in the evening,
You got some really cool stuff
earlier
around
in the
here,
evening
too.
in chat, oh, can we long range tiny whoops? Like, go for it, man.
Yep.
How far do you think you could put out a? I want to do a Mob 7 one way.
Yo,
I
speaking
just
of
saw
before, and like, I just got the
Alright.
newbie drone 04 tiny whoop, that pusher, and that
Yep,
thing is
newbie
so
drone, yeah.
badass.
I just saw a video. I forget who it was, but they were flying a 1S drone, and they flew it like a
18650.
mile and a half away, but then they lost it. I mean, they didn't get it back, but like it was wild. This little tiny 1S with a single cell. It's just a little one of these batteries.
What's epic?
Again, right? You could. So I'm gonna fly to the schoolyard like 6 miles away. And...
Right. Yeah. I don't think it was the battery that drained that made it fail, though. It was just a random failure. They didn't know what it was because they had plenty of battery left. Yeah.
Bummer.
Gravity.
Gravity.
Gravity's a bitch.
Nature has never lost. Nature has never lost.
Yeah, that video you just played was actually flown with this drone. So.
Oh, sweet.
Yeah.
Nice.
So it's capable. It's definitely capable of anything you want to do. I love it. I went out there and hung out with my buddy Todd. He lives out in Arizona, and we went out to Nevada. Me and my buddy. I went out to Nevada with my buddy Adam Hodge, goes by 4U FPV, and then we went and hung out with a bunch of guys that lived in Arizona, Nevada while we were there. And Todd took us to all his cool spots. It was awesome.
Yeah. I know Todd came to Colorado for our FPV event. He flew some Colorado mountains with me.
Yeah, he's awesome.
He's showed me around Vegas a little bit too.
So he got to fly one of these Tank S XR4s, and he was like freestyling the crap out of him. Like, whoa, it's not. He's not supposed to do that, but he was just ripping it. I was like, wow, go for it, man.
He's got the worst FPV neck I've ever seen in my life. Like he's.
Oh yeah. Totally. We love you, buddy.
That's funny.
That is funny. That's so true. What's up, Goonie?
Goonies in the chat saying that Westside eats babies. Maybe that explains it.
all my buddies that tried to join, and they finally have chat privileges now after 10 minutes.
No, Goonie's been here for a long time. Goonie's one of our Canadian brothers.
Really?
Yeah, he's over here.
He's got a wrench
across the pond.
It did something weird. Like I've been subscribed too, but it said I subscribed when I watched a video made for kids. So maybe you had a weird video setting when I subscribed, and it wouldn't let me. So I had to unsubscribe and resubscribe. So I'm sure that I'm not the only one.
Yeah, it's all good.
That's
brothers.
funny.
Did you used to try and make videos for kids?
I made one video where I did a Jackbox stream, and I think that might have been it or something, because I invited a bunch of people to play games one night.
Oh.
Yeah, the kids thing is a death sentence on YouTube. It's like no comments.
Yeah.
I literally make those videos, and then I delete them or put them unlisted because they're just for fun games and shit. I don't want to be part of my algorithm either, right? So, but yeah. While we've got Mr. Nomad here and Mr. Falconrad, of course, we've got an awesome video submission here I want to show off. These two gentlemen worked together to create some fantastic art. So let's check this video here real quick. Falconrad's like, what?
Conrad doesn't remember.
I think, no, yeah, I do remember.
Wasn't that big a deal to you, was it?
Big deal. This was the time I 1,000 kilometers from home.
Nice.
It was right after this flight, actually.
Wow, no structure. What the heck?
Oh, that's sexy note.
Dude, I'm using
I did sound design on this one too.
Oh man, what a beautiful valley, eh? Holy crap! Shooting fish and
that's awesome. After the color, just everything pops.
Looks
so
great.
nicely.
It looks a lot better in HDR.
Perfect clouds too, man.
Here.
Everybody, go watch it on your own time. Check it out.
Good detail and contrast. It's awesome.
We don't have this in Florida.
Yeah.
Flat here. Anytime I get the chance to fly anything with hills, I'm great. I'm happy.
Isn't
right?
They do have Magic Mountain at Disney World, right?
Right, yeah.
Does that count?
Yeah, try flying over there.
There you go. That'd be sick.
Disney's king of the TFRs.
It'd be long
They
range.
got a TFR around Disneyland over here too.
King of the TFR.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure Disney has a permanent no-fly, right?
Yeah, they do.
Oh yeah.
They do fireworks every night too. There'll be 6 shots.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Magical.
Is that my fuzz? Or is that the waterfall?
No, that's the
It's
audio.
the waterfall and the sound design.
Oh, okay.
It's just
it's
kind of
getting up a little
encoded
bit on
interesting
screen.
in this Ninja.
Yeah, you guys aren't going to hear it or see it the best, but on YouTube it should be pretty decent.
Yeah. Yeah, it sounds like white fuzz.
Yeah, this looks like the greatest PowerPoint ever.
Does it really? Oh.
Yeah, it's fine on YouTube.
Slideshow.
Please support me on my YouTube channel so I can get a better computer. I've got CPU overloaded right now. It's okay.
The color looks good.
Yeah, it looks great.
Appreciate it.
I actually bought this.
I'm so used to looking at crafting video, I can tell it's nice.
Just Ninja.
Re-renders it. Yeah.
I want to ask you what this is, but I don't want you to tell everybody in the world.
Yeah.
You have to tell me about it. This is
What's
awesome.
that?
You have to.
Canada.
You have to go visit. You have
It's
to
in
go visit
Canada?
Vancouver.
Yeah, really?
Yeah.
This is BC.
Come up and visit Vancouver. I'm going soon.
Canada.
We'll all go and fly long range with Falconrad.
It's just north of the border, right?
Wow. That's awesome.
Just
I want
north.
to come to Canada.
You're still
Everything's
going
just
up
north of the
too.
border.
Like you can see the border for
Yeah,
here.
there'd be
It's right
stuff
here, I
like
think.
this, probably 5-6 hours from the border.
Oh, okay.
Border with Mexico.
I always love. There's one thing Falconrad and Marcel always get
Gulf of
that always
Canada.
gets me is the false peak. You're flying
Yeah,
up
this
these
is like
mountains,
so
and you think, oh, we're at the
hard.
top, and you just come over a ridge,
Oh,
and you're like,
yeah,
no, there's
yeah.
still way more mountain to go.
You're still going.
Yeah.
This is
Oh, yeah.
wild.
Or like you
Oh
go
my gosh.
over,
This
you come
goes
up
on
and
a
show you
long
what you
time.
think is the peak, and there's like a massive valley and big like meadow, and you got to go like across before you can go up more.
You're still in the foothills.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, don't they call that a false peak? False.
Yeah, that's what he was saying. Yeah.
False summit.
I think you can see the peak after you crest this waterfall.
Like
Well,
you think
I'm
that's
glad
the top.
that you
think
guys
that's the-
don't get to
you're like,
compete in the
what?
contest.
That wouldn't be fair, would it?
All I got around here is seas of broccoli. It's just broccoli as far as you can see.
Falls with no name, Guru.
Broccoli fields, long range.
I'm pretty sure these type of waterfalls will have
Broccoli
names.
forever.
This is just
I
a
still
nature
got-
waterfall.
I still got some videos I haven't posted from Nevada. I was waiting for the XR4 to actually be live on the site before I posted it anymore because people keep asking me, when's it going to be available? When's it going to be available? I'm like,
Goonie's asking what spot is
I'm
this?
trying.
I think
He will never
Falconrad's keeping quiet on his spots.
Yeah,
don't blame
I can tell him in a text message or whatever. I can message him it.
He'll tell you on the
Yeah,
Discord
I
private
actually
Message him-
tried
message
to
him on
pull the
Discord.
metadata from his and he did not have it together.
Man, you're still going. It's
I
wild.
wanted to get out. Oh, he's got a ways to go.
How do you
Yeah,
still
only the-
This video goes on for a
very
bit.
top. Like
What
as
was
far
the
as you can see,
one-way
no,
distance on
go,
this one?
like along that whole red line on the right-hand side up there.
Dang.
Actually, along
What's,
both
what's
sides of
the-
that whole ridge line across the back.
What's the way distance approximately? I think but
70 miles.
This was, it's pretty average for a lot of what I fly. I think it was probably the 5.5, maybe 6K.
wow, first I've ever flown.
Yeah.
I know all the mountains
And
here
what
because
kind of
they're-
altitude are you climbing?
He's going up
for
a
this
K
one,
too.
I don't remember. I think we were at like 1,500 meters elevation. Where we're off. I think it goes up to probably 3,000 or something.
It
So
feels
the-
like it
yeah.
feels like 2,000 to 2,500 from where you took off.
What drone are you flying to this?
This
a
one's
plane or
called
drone or
the Rad Lion.
What is that?
Rad Line is the most
Rad
efficient,
Lion.
most stable drone I've ever flown.
So it's a
Nice.
quadcopter.
But
Yeah,
yeah,
Falconrad designs
Yeah, it's a
his own
70.
frames. You can get them on CNC Madness.
What size props and everything you're running on it? Like what?
7-inch props.
7.5.
7-inch props with
and then
lithium ion.
this is
Assuming.
18650 lithium ion packs, 2 6S packs.
2 of them? Okay.
Yeah, and the Rad Lion takes one on top and one underneath, so it ends up being kind of like a flying ball,
Oh wow.
weight kind of in the
I
middle
keep your
instead of
weight
stretching.
on the central to the prop line.
And it keeps the top plate smaller, which gives me, compared to the Falcon RPM frame, my other frame, the Rad Lion gets about 10-12% better flight times just because of how its drag and mass is.
That's wild.
Even with the Falcon RPM, I'm having 7.5-inch props. The Rad Lion will still fly further for sure.
Oh, for those that are curious, this was
Awesome.
a Hero 10, right?
I think it's the Hero 11. That was the Hero 11 Mini, I think.
Oh, that's right, because it didn't have the GPS.
My favorite camera.
It was my favorite camera until I just swore off GoPros and returned them all. Ever since the week I got free, I don't even fly a GoPro anymore. I don't even own a GoPro anymore. I let them all go.
I had 4
I
defective
sold
Mini
all my
11s in a
GoPros too.
row.
I just used the DJI.
Well, I don't want my flight camera with
I don't-
optics filter, 180 degree shutter, and an ND filter, and friggin' new I'm trying to fly through it. That sounds terrible.
Make it work.
Yeah.
Make it work.
Damn, that's
Hero
absurd.
means
Like,
once you've got a bad one, you've always got a bad one, because when you send it in for repair, you send it into them, and they send you one back. They don't send you one from Best Buy or whatever. They send you one of the refurbished ones that they fixed that was already broken,
Oh
and
yeah,
they send you back a one that doesn't. And
I
there's
did
there's
that
like
twice,
some tech
and
for
then
the
I
power
bought
chips that
another
they just
one.
fail every time.
it was so bad. They were so bad. I went through 4 bad and Mini 11s in a row.
Yeah, the minis weren't that
Yeah,
great.
me too. The replacement like the week I got them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is
It's too
this
bad
is in
because they're nice and light.
Nevada.
Yeah, they could have been nice.
Oh, this is the Nevada video.
This is in Nevada with the
So,
XR4.
yeah, there's lots of
being
nice
done.
terrain in Nevada.
Yeah,
This
me
is
and my
what
buddy
that
Adam.
tank you're showing us?
Yeah, there's the tank. Me and Adam were both flying.
Oh,
each-
man.
each round. It was a lot of fun.
That's awesome.
And once you lose, once you
Got
put
the
out a
airplane.
frame, I was
Oh,
like,
yeah.
I was like, where are you?
Does it have
Where'd you
LEDs?
go? No.
No
That's
LEDs.
extra
Yeah, that
weight.
makes it even harder.
Yeah, I should talk to you about that.
Need to get some LEDs,
Yeah.
bro. Make it so much easier for Buddy to chase you.
Put
That's
condition
true, yeah.
lights on your
Dave's all
motor.
like, I know a
Yeah, you
guy.
can-
I do.
Did you just run into him?
Yeah, I ran into him.
I know a guy that works at a factory and it makes a.
He might have crashed 2 miles up, crashed into the theater drone. 2
Yeah, and
miles
you
out.
bump into each other.
That was kind of scary.
Yeah.
Dude,
That'd be-
Dave,
Hey,
my
guys
buddy,
wouldn't tell anybody
we were
if that
flying
happened.
tiny whoops. We were just flying like long range actually, but my buddy had a tiny whoop with them over at the spot at the trailhead where we were flying. It was like sunset, and all these dudes were hanging out like drinking and smoking weed and stuff for sunset. It's kind of like the popular spot where the college kids come at sunset. Anyway, that's one of the fly, and he bonks his tiny whoop into like the side of the porta potty over there, and it falls into the piss ditch. and it's in like the murkiest water. All right, but he has your LED strips on it, and we can see it glowing. And I swear to you, if we didn't have that on there, thered be no way we're gonna find it. But
Yeah,
yeah,
sure,
you
dude.
exactly where we're talking about it. So.
Not going fishing for it.
Dude,
No, you
drone
got it.
enters have a
Yeah, I guess I got to add LEDs
before they
next time.
did their barbecue bando, and they called it "Get loud, get lit, don't lose your shit." It was LEDs and Wi-Fi buzzer combo.
I gotta tell you, Sean, I can't wait to get
Good combo right there.
Yeah, it is. Hey, Marcel, if you're taking video requests, you should show that the Nomad video, his entry to the Rippies there. He does that one move that still blows my mind. I watch it once a
Somebody
week.
link it.
Your favorite word.
He did that front
Yeah,
roll
that is
over
a
the
really good
ridge, like up in the mountains. He just he Matty flips a mountain basically. Well, maybe it's a butte. I'm not sure what you would call it, but it is a butte, and it's a butte. This one move alone, totally it made my day. Like I keep telling Nomad about it. I think he's probably bored of hearing me say it, but
No, I love
that
it.
shot
Thank you.
alone, it needs to be in the FPV world. What do you want to call it?
Hall of Fame.
Yeah, Hall of Fame. That's the word I'm
a
looking
job
for.
for you or something.
No, but you know when you first started flying, and it's like when you're a kid going over a hill in a car, and your stomach would go whoop up in, and when you started flying, and it still happens to me when I'm flying, but usually watching other people's video, you don't really get that until he did that move, and I was like, yes, that's what it's all about right there.
Yes.
Beautiful video, nice flying,
A lot of
great
long
move
range
that you're not expecting.
Fucker factor.
Yeah. Well, that was probably maybe the fourth time I tried that move, because before I was standing on the edge of the cliff, and that was a little bit of a lot for me, so I had to sit down. What's up, Tyzone?
Woohoo!
Welcome in everybody in chat.
Zoro
Been
just
very
came in and
active.
flies
Welcome,
out.
chat.
Hey, how's it going, guys?
Crazy. Zoro, fuck yeah, bro. Welcome in, brother.
Everyone's worst nightmare here.
No transmission signal.
He got on the hot dog.
I missed those videos.
Yeah.
Zorro, come do the challenge, man. It's waterfalls this month. You got until the 29th of April to enter on our Discord.
This month is just
Waterfalls is next month.
show us what you
April,
got. Waterfalls is May.
May is
Show us what you got. Anything?
You got 2 minutes. Anything you want.
How long?
2
2
minutes.
minutes.
What you got?
2
We
minutes?
have until
That's what
8
she
minutes.
said. That's what she said.
Yeah, 2-minute video is due April 8th. April 8th will give you the first challenge. The first challenge isn't waterfalls, but the first challenge that I showed you guys, because I haven't made all the thumbnails, is the main one that starts off with waterfalls. But there is going to be an April challenge that I didn't post because I didn't want everyone to get all excited on and get ahead of the game. But yeah, there are many challenges coming up, so stay tuned on the Discord. They'll be posted there for you.
So April 8th,
Show us what you got.
1
2-minute
week.
video.
Show us what
April
you
8th.
got.
Yeah.
Okay, I gotcha.
And you can sign up.
Show
You can
us
sign
what
up
you
this
got.
month. You can sign up a month from now. You can sign up whenever you want, whatever challenge you want. There's no end date for signups. So feel
No, fuck
free
that.
to
You should
spread the
sign up
love.
right
And
now. Sign
if you
up
guys
right
like
now.
what's going on,
Yeah.
sign up right now.
Link in
Yeah.
chat.
Shame on you, Zoros. Shame on you.
But just for people who
Thank you.
show up late or show up like a couple months later and decide they want to do it, you can always enter anytime. The
Zoro,
finals
you
is
gotta
easy,
blow the
basically
dust off.
voted on how many people make top challenges.
Nomad, you're
So-
good.
Yeah, here it is.
Up
Finals
the
is gonna be
ridge.
really big.
I love
There's
this.
a lot of big
Boom.
Where
Right
is
There it
there.
this?
is.
Look back at the edge.
That is
It's nice
Utah.
to see.
Again.
Utah? That's pretty cool.
Oh, it's my favorite shot in a long time.
Thanks, dude. Appreciate that.
Unruly Motors said,
Here it comes
said
again.
that he flew his whoop all the way across Walmart.
Yeah, here we go.
Yeah,
Nice.
Need long scale too, right? So,
And he expanded himself. Damn.
I love it.
That's really epic geology.
Yeah, that's nice.
Mm-hmm.
That's
Oh, that's
one thing I
cool.
don't.
Clark.
I would almost give up diving mountains for that one. Oh, that's nice too, though.
This is Florida, right?
That's
This is
pretty
this
cool.
one.
Yeah,
Animals.
you guys got the border, right?
Here on the mountain here.
This is downtown Tampa.
Wow.
Yeah, Miami, baby.
I thought
Yeah.
Florida long range, you just saw like the ocean and like boats.
Just the beach. Yeah, just the beach.
boats.
Somebody's got to fly across Florida. You got to fly from Gulf of Mexico to
Yeah,
Atlantic.
yeah.
I want to see that.
Colorado.
This is epic.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is
There you
the
go.
kind of
You
shit that
beautiful.
got me into FPV right here.
This
Oh,
looks
yeah.
like
And
Switzerland
this is a
right
10
there.
inch drone, right?
Yeah, this is a Helion.
This is your 10
Some,
inch?
some
Yeah.
yeah, 10
Oh,
inch
yeah.
Helion with some mods and a different tune. I didn't like what I.
Of course.
Epic.
Oh, you modded yours?
Oh yeah. Now it was there was some good initiative, poor execution on design, which I fixed. So, but otherwise,
Did
I'm
you
very
say what
happy with
camera
it.
you're using on it?
I get about, I'm gonna say, close to 20 minutes out of it if I'm flying night.
Sheesh.
But it
Wow.
cruises
Wood
at,
on it.
yeah,
Yeah.
cruises at 70K, and you know, with a good
Yeah.
tailwind, I can do 115 if I'm in a hurry. So I do long range, but I do long range in a
Hell yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That's
Nice.
kind of like.
That's why I like my.
That's
That's why I like my Falcon RPM, man. That thing trucks with the lipo on it. I could put a huge, what is it, 7,000 lipo on that thing,
Yeah,
and
I run a
it
50
just books
Seems
with
to be
those
the
30 motors,
5200 lipo
3008s.
between weight and capacity.
Yeah.
And I also need that.
What are
I
they?
also need like pull-out power for those ridiculous dives.
Yeah. But yeah, that Falcon it just trucks, man. It's a it's a rocket. It's a heavy rocket, and it can go for 20 minutes too. It's nuts.
Falconrad, did you want to talk a little bit about your frame design, your RPM frame design, or any of the cool stuff you got going on?
Well, I guess that I don't know if I want to, I didn't have any written down to go into details or whatever, but there's going to be new versions for both of them sometime soon.
Awesome.
Very cool.
Whenever, depending on how quickly CNC Madness can go through emails with me, they take a while sometimes.
Right, no doubt. Well, at least they're very local for us. For CNC Madness, for you guys don't know, they're actually up here in Canada, in a place called Chilliwack, BC. And he's been dealing with a lot of drone frames, custom drone frames. There's a lot of creators and a lot of people who put their stuff in there. I've seen Toronto FPV is also another Canadian that has a drone frame on there as well. So
I've got a few
They
drones.
are
Aerial
awesome, and they
frames.
help.
yeah,
I love them because they help pilots that are trying to get frames cut. Like I've had a bunch of friends that are like cutting their first frame and they send it to them, and they get it and they look at the files and they're like, hey, this is close, but this isn't going to line up when we put it here. And before we cut it, we'll fix that. And so like that just a little extra
That's awesome.
makes a huge difference.
Yeah, that's
And
awesome.
I highly,
cool.
highly recommend CNC Madness for that, because that makes a big difference when you're like to spend a bunch of money to have a frames cut for your first time, and they're like, yeah, this isn't even gonna fit, bro.
Yeah. If you're just buying them, I think I bought 4 frames from them now, and they're fast in Canada, man. It's like 3 days later, I got a new frame in my hand. You know, like,
That's impressive.
They're
Very
cool,
dope.
cool company. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it just depends. Like sometimes they'll end up getting an order from somebody for like, hundreds of frames, and then they'll just do that order for a couple of days, and it'll take a little bit longer that time. But yeah, usually they're pretty good.
very cool.
Yeah.
Very cool.
It's probably if it's in stock too, if they got to cut it. Yeah.
Yeah. I'm fortunate.
Some quads will have stock of them, but usually they cut when it's ordered.
Demand, yeah. It'd be a lot of stock.
Cool. Yeah, it would be.
What were you saying, Sean?
I'm fortunate. I was able to. I built my own CNC because I was frustrated of having to wait for China to ship me carbon fiber that was cut. So I built my own CNC mill. And I actually cut my own carbon fiber here at the shop.
Awesome.
And that way I can prototype immediately. Like, I go out and fly a drone. If I break an arm, I just cut another piece of carbon the same day, and I'm back out in the field again the same day. So it's pretty awesome.
What kind of machine do you have? I'm very interested. I'm a CNC guy.
It's called a CNC. What's it called? I got it off of Open Builds, and trying to think of the name of it.
Wow.
I'll think of it and I'll get back to you.
It's not a water jet then? It's like
no. I don't know. I have mixed feelings with water jets. A lot of people say water jet's good. Some people say water jet's bad. I mean, water tank is what I'm meaning. A water jet kind of damaged the carbon fiber when I tried to use actual water jet.
Okay.
I took it to a water jet place and it actually damaged the carbon fiber. It didn't actually cut it well.
You're talking about a water bath, Sean? That's what I have.
Yeah, water bath.
Yeah, that's what I have in my. I have a step craft with a water bath.
So how do you like it? I don't use a water bath. I just put a mask on.
I like my lungs, so I like water.
I don't even do that.
If it's in your house,
carbon dust, like even when you wear a mask, is like it still gets everywhere and all over everything. And
I know what you mean. Yeah,
could be bad.
I have a shop, so I just
I like in my shop. My shop's already dirty enough, so like.
I've got a vacuum on it with a HEP filter and everything, and I also wear the mask.
Yeah.
But I don't use a water tank or anything like that.
Yeah, that was like one thing. Like when I did want to get one, that was what I was specifically wanting to get was a water bath one, and we had a homie that was selling a real nice step craft for like probably half what it should have been. You know, we just split the cost, and it's been great.
Yeah,
like you said, awesome. like being able to just be like, oh, will this work? You know, and design a frame real quick and go test it. Oh shoot, that's not gonna work. You know, rather than like waiting for it to get cut. You know, I still do like all my production stuff. I have sent off just because there's people out there that are amazing at cutting CNC, and I'm not.
Absolutely, yeah. No, I don't. My production stuff doesn't go off my CNC.
You know. I guess
my CNC isn't for production; it's just for my prototyping.
Exactly.
I put it on paper and I tape it to the carbon fiber sheet, and I just cut it up with a drum.
Exactly.
No math.
Before I had that, I used to use a laser cutter, and I used to laser cut ABS plastic and made frames out of that a long time ago. It's just very flexible, so it doesn't do so great.
Exactly. Yeah. You can verify fit, but you can't fly with it. You know.
Yeah, well, I did fly with it. I actually, a long time ago, I was sponsored by ubuyadrone.com, and he couldn't keep up with me. I kept breaking the frames, and so he couldn't keep up with how many frames I was breaking. So I took the pattern, and I literally was laser cutting them out of ABS plastic or what was it, Lexan?
Yeah.
I made some out of Lexan, but it was just so flimsy. Yeah. But it still worked. It flew. It just,
That's funny.
All
just 3D print all your Bando bashers out of PLA, right?
Right.
PLA Max. PLA Max. Yeah.
It's PLA Plus. It's cool.
My CNC machine is called the C-beam machine. So if you want to build the same one that I've got, you can build the C-beam machine. It basically has a cutting surface of like 12 inches by 12 inches.
Yeah, that's what all mine does.
Yeah, you don't need more than that for most drone stuff.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
The lifters are harder to cut. It's harder to prototype lifter stuff on my little guy.
You just prototype it small.
What's the
the mini
what's the standard? What's the standard size of sheets?
Which CNC do you have?
It's called a Stepcraft.
CNC.
I've heard of it. Yeah.
The D420. Funny enough.
Gotcha. I'm trying to look up the C-beam.
Dan, what were you saying? What's the standard size?
What sizes are the sheets of carbon fiber sold in? Because that's what you'd want to be able to accommodate, right?
I guess the size of your
they come in standardized sizes of the raw sheets.
I think they're.
You got clouds in your forecast there, fly high.
The D420 you said?
Yeah.
I caught that.
I just looked it up on Open Builds. If you're willing to build the CNC yourself, you could have a CNC for $1,100. That's what the parts cost to build it yourself, which is what I did.
Yeah, that's really not bad at all.
I tape my Dremel to my 3D printer.
Yeah.
Mine was definitely not that cheap. That was the hard part. Is like it was like it's like an expense, and you don't want to like get a small crappy one that's not gonna do what you need.
Yeah. This one It's really accurate. It's very accurate.
That's great. That's great.
Yeah.
Did you already say what size the build size is on those?
It's
those
12 by
things?
12. 12 inches
Yeah, he
by
said
12
12 by
inches.
12. Mine's similar. I think it's 250 mil by 350 mil.
And then for carbon fiber, like you can only cut through how much thickness of a carbon fiber sheet?
I mean, I can go down 6 mil if I need to.
Yeah, I can cut 6 mil.
Getting 6 mil
do
carbon fiber is
passes.
hard.
Usually, they'll do passes to get down.
Oh,
Yeah.
true.
But finding 6 mil carbon is hard. Like the biggest I can get on Amazon is like 5 mil, I think.
Right.
So anytime I need to do 6 mil, I'll do like 2 or 8 mil is what's on my tank. Is I ended up just when I was prototyping, I did 2 pieces of 4 mil like sandwiched together.
You don't buy it on like Ali?
Well,
You
it
buy
takes
mine
a
on
month to get
Temu.
it. If you buy 8 mil, it takes like a month to get it, and I like usually want it now, so I'm impatient and I get it on Amazon.
My carbon fiber people will cut me sheets, whatever size I need, and they usually get them to me like once I send them, what I want. They're usually less than 2 weeks, and it's really not that bad if you need like. And the cost is like crazy compared to Amazon.
Yeah,
Right on Temu,
good.
just PLA with.
hook me up with that.
Yeah, definitely.
Hook me with that connection because I buy all mine off Amazon because I'm impatient. If I just got it ahead of time, it would be better.
I'm too poor to pay the Amazon tax.
Yeah.
Well, I'm just going to keep having frames cut by CNC drones because, I don't want to deal with the carbon dust and stuff.
No, good for you. Don't mess with it.
Totally.
I have to build. I make so many projects that I like having all the robots because I do all these crazy projects.
Yeah, you have volume that you need to worry.
Yeah.
I want all the robots too.
All the robots.
I don't need a CNC machine, but I want one.
The last job I worked at, I was operating a 5-foot by 10-foot CNC machine. It had a 5-foot gantry. It was huge, 3 horsepower.
Mr. Shelby Vol in the chat. Welcome.
Really big. I never tried cutting carbon on it. Probably could, but you'd probably have to put it down on a spoil board.
Yeah.
Because it's designed to really vacuum down like big things.
Oh wow.
So you'd have to fix the carbon to a spoil board, and then that would vacuum down, and then you would just zero your tool to the spoil board basically.
Yeah, I just double-sided tape my carbon to the MDF that's underneath it. I have an MDF spoil board, and it just double-sided tapes down.
Yeah.
So, yep. Double-sided tape and screws.
Nice.
So yeah, just a reminder, everybody, make sure you join the Discord coming up.
What's the name of your sex tape?
The link for the Google Documents is also in the chat right now. You can also sign up.
Nomad got that one. Double-sided tape and screws. That's the name of your sex tape.
That's why we love you, Danzilla.
Yeah, I mean, but you laughed there. You laughed.
I'm usually the one that goes over the line. I'm trying to keep it.
No, it's not made for kids.
Oh yeah, get in there, Shelby. I know you want it. There's lots of awesome prizes. TBRC as a Canadian wing manufacturer up here that does spec wings and awesome designs.
Hell yeah.
I'm in contact with Anthony, and hopefully he's going to be hooking up. He's also doing a fundraiser right now, and I'm going to be posting that fairly soon in my Discord if you guys want to check that out, or go to his website, TBRC. She's doing a really cool fundraiser coming up. I don't remember exact details, but he's also going to be maybe sponsoring one of the months coming up. One of the other sponsors that we got involved with wings is VCI Motors. That's right. VCI is going to be sponsoring us for the finals and for September. And they'll be giving away coupon codes for your own Dove. That's right.
That's
your
awesome.
own TBC Dove.
I did a review on that. It was a lot of fun. It's a really unique plane because it has the shaft for the tail going right through the motor.
Yeah.
It's very unique.
Oh, we got Shelby Vol in the chat. That's the OG wing guy.
Yeah, that's why we just brought that up. Yeah, welcome in, brother.
I think I saw his review on the Dove too.
Yeah. He's definitely
I've been talking
him
to
and
VCI all week about trying to get their motors in my shop.
dude.
Moist.
You gotta. Yeah, Shelby Bull and Zoe are the people that involved me.
That's my buddy. I rip with him.
Push 3D
He's local.
and flying wings as well. I've got my own Bull style wing, and it's taken me a lot of time to try and get in the air, but I don't have as much flat area. I've got a lot of like mountains and trees and stuff.
You know, planes can go up and
crashes
down too, right?
Oh, sure does.
They fly 3D.
Fucking right. These things are crazy, dude. Yeah. Well, I've got an Adam RC Dolphin that I haven't got launched, fully yet.
Dolphins are fun, man. They're fast.
Once I get that thing in the air soon, this season has been crap. As soon as I get in the air this spring, it'll be good to go. But this weekend will be like the first time I get to go long range in many, many, many months. So
yeah, it's still pretty cold up by you.
It's not even that cold. It's just wet. It's just constantly raining.
It's gross. It's gross and windy right now.
Yeah.
Here in April, my month. Get all the.
Tell me about it.
I have a room dedicated for drones, so I'm getting all the drones out and doing tech inspections, making sure I'm not missing any parts or anything like that.
Right.
I'm in California. I forget other places have seasons sometimes.
We have
this winter was shit here.
We have
this winter was shit.
We have mud.
Yeah.
In Florida, we get about a week of winter or so.
Yeah, exactly. You're on
the snow here. The snow here this winter.
Are you touching out, or is it just me?
At its highest point, the snow here this winter got up to the first floor eaves.
Wow.
The eaves of a one-story building. The snow is up there.
All the way up there. Holy crap. Yeah. I used to live in Montreal, and it was kind of like that too. You get like winters that, the snow went up higher than the windows. You're like, ridiculous.
Yeah. And the snow spoke
That's
French.
pretty much why I moved to Vancouver on the west side.
Neige, la neige.
I'll visit snow. You guys can keep it for the year round.
I think snow's amazing. I think it should always be on the mountains, not on the roads.
Yeah,
I think somehow snow should just not hit the road somehow.
Yeah, it's just snow. Don't come down on the roads.
Yeah. I live in Vancouver.
Well, snow is nasty.
On the roads
Anywhere there's cars and snow, it's disgusting because it's just brown, dirty, salty, sloppy shit. You get out in the nature, the snow is beautiful. It's wonderful.
Speaking of snow.
This looks
nice.
This
video is very inspiring. I've always wanted to travel out here. It's sad it's the DJI Mini 3, but this challenge is open for everybody. But this is a really cool video.
Is there FPV in this?
There is.
Okay.
Settle down.
Cool, then.
It has FPV.
In Miami.
Oh, look at that road.
This is Italy, right?
I think.
Yeah.
Yes, it is. Another one of those places on the bucket list.
Just the shots of it, though, is just like tempting to FPV it. You're just like,
oh yeah.
Red.
I like these drones for
this
scouting.
is like,
you can really check out the area.
This is Marcel's scouting video.
I love me, man. They make me money.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Totally.
The GoPros when the A3 came out, traded in to Best Buy for a Mini 4. I've used it once, and then I was like, okay, this is boring.
Yeah, they are boring, but
it sits in my truck.
Here we go. Here's the FPV. I'd say definitely I've even gotten mini FPV gigs just because I had a Mavic.
That's funny, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
In my truck, but it's
always good to have.
The Mavics are money makers, but they're not going to pay you to fly into an explosion with a Mavic.
Yeah,
that's right.
Yeah.
Unless it's once.
Nobody's going to go flying through fireworks or shit with a Mavic.
Yeah,
this is FPV.
Yeah, half the time you gotta explain what FPV is, So but once they know, man, this is a nice video.
Some of the they just know.
It's like drones can go that fast.
But did the building implosion on campus that blew up the top wall at the University of Alabama? The director there he knew where he wanted the FPV drone to go. He had fire bombs placed at the time to go across the top of the building. Man. They were just extra gas bombs just for wow factor. And then there was red dye for the University of Alabama for the Crimson Tide. So it was a big pink explosion at the end. And he was like, then you're going to loop it around down to the bottom, and the cutting charges are going to be going off right in front of you, and then the building's going to collapse, and you're going to fly out of the dust. And he showed me what he wanted with his Mavic. He like had flown the route and recorded it with his Mavic, and been like, this is what I want you to do, but it's going to be a I was like, this is great. Like, you told me you got like the route plan.
He had it. It's like storyboarding.
The only thing he didn't know was the timing, and I was like, "Can I talk to the bomb guy? I need to like figure out like how long I have between here and there and there and there."
Right. Yeah.
And he sent me right over to the bomb guy, like the master. Bomb guy. And it took a while for me to like tell him what I needed, and then he understood and he rolled it back for me and told me like second counts, and then I just did my practice runs and counted it out and flew right into the fire. It was awesome.
That sounds awesome. That's a bucket list item I haven't checked yet.
Oh, it's so much fun, and you get paid to do it. They're like, dude, I would do this
stealing.
for free.
Yeah,
it's like I would pay you guys.
I would pay to do that. That'd be awesome.
Don't tell them that. Don't tell them that.
I mean, like, I could get guys signing up to rides, man. Like, how many? Can we get 8 pilots at once? Like,
oh my god, yeah.
You get
I want 8 different
on people.
You know the lava in Iceland? That stuff is awesome.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's
cool.
Yeah, it looks good.
I've been planning a trip for that, but I don't know if it's
been
been going on or not. Yeah, yeah, that's.
Bro, let's go. Same, dude. Like, that's literally on the Pokemon bucket list. I'm coming with you, dude. Let's go.
Yeah, I'm ready. I'm ready.
All right, I'm gonna hit you up. Let's talk about this because I literally been trying to go to Iceland too, and nobody wants to go with me. So.
Oh, I'll go.
I'll go with you.
I'm ready.
I'll go with you, but I need to find a sponsor.
Hell yeah.
There's one going off in Hawaii too, but it's got a TFR and everything.
Yeah, you don't want we need to go to Iceland for the good fire, lava shots.
Right, all right, check out next month's live stream. We're going to be doing it from Iceland. A whole group of us are all going to ship.
Eric Smith's in August. We can all pack.
Somebody Google cheap flights. Somebody Google cheap flights to
Eric
Iceland.
Smith headed to Iceland in August. Nice.
Oh yeah, is that the time to go? I don't know when to go.
Going off then.
I don't either. I don't know anything.
I don't know if there's a volcano season. I think it just happens.
Yeah, well, fit in your carry-on.
I don't think you want to go in February.
We'll dance to the lava
unless you want to go for the snow.
Yeah, go for the snow.
Yeah, exactly.
Eric Smith, I'm going with you, buddy.
Man, I can't wait to see. I want to see footage of that.
Room.
That'd be amazing.
I just don't want to melt a drone over lava.
No, Dan
People don't have a concept of just how hot lava is, how much radiant energy is coming off of it.
Yeah, I'm bringing 6 of these. I don't care. It's fine. If I lose 1 or 2 of them, it's all good.
6 of them.
Wrap them in tin foil.
Yeah,
the bottom of them. Put some tin foil.
But where these guys are flying from in Iceland, it's not that far from the actual lava. Like, you can see it. It's not that far.
So that's a good little maybe side question for everybody here on the panel.
I just posted the link to Danny McGee when lava hits his drone. It's pretty gnarly if you haven't seen it.
Oh yeah, that one. Yeah.
Which GPS, everybody in the chat for long range? I know Falconrad. I think you used I was going to say you had one that you. I don't think you are the one that used it. Which GPS do everybody got used for long range?
We all got quiet, didn't we?
Funny enough, I don't use GPS.
You don't?
What? No, she just said it.
Yeah.
I do.
Hey, 8 years in FPV, I have not lost a drone. Knock on wood.
Nice.
Yeah, I haven't lost one that I haven't gotten back that wasn't on purpose. We did a road ride, so we would drop one in the water on purpose. But
right.
Does it make a difference, or is it any M10?
So I used an HGLRC GPS with Falconrad one time, and that's why I bring it up.
Am I missing something here?
Will never ever use it. Are you not hearing me?
Okay. HGLC, LSRC,
I don't remember that.
So I'm using in my XR4, I'm using the Foxier. It's MQ10120. It's really tiny, and it has the compass and the GPS in it, and it's been flawless for me. I've got like 10 of them, and it's just so small. I don't see why you'd want to go any bigger than this thing. It's like so freaking tiny. And the problem right now is nobody has it in stock. Like, I've been trying to get them and I can't get them. So I just got it looked like the exact same thing from Newbie Drone. I think they've got the exact same thing, exact same form factor and everything. And it's in stock at Newbie Drone if you want to try that one.
Foxeer's having a ton of problems stocking stuff right now.
Yeah.
The ones that I always use are the
Is there
BE220. They're M10, and they're dirt cheap, dude. They're like $12. You can probably get them for like $10 on AliExpress if you buy 5 of them.
Are they
I
have a question.
What
they
size
work
is
Aren't
well.
all
They're
M10s basically the same? Does it matter what brand they come from?
But not the big, but they're like the mini.
Gotcha.
That's what I wanted to know too.
No, I don't know if they're all the same.
I always thought
like,
they were the same.
sometimes
I thought they were just rebranded Chinese chips. It's
If it's an M10 and it works, then
The
it's
chip
probably
is
going
the
to
same,
work well.
the material interface could be different between them.
Oh.
Yeah.
So it might support different speeds, different features, things of that nature. But generally speaking, the actual GPS receiver is the same. You know, whether or not you're going to get the same quality antenna connection, the same sort of SWR on the antenna, that's going to be up to testing. But it's all the same.
Interesting.
Mm-hmm.
The settings that the people put onto them, though, can be different. Like my tech always goes to a default of 9600 baud, and Foxier and everybody else puts it to like whatever it is, 115,000 or whatever.
Right, depending on what's calibrated at.
So I've never used U-Center. And
I have
bothered dealing
with
with it.
Betaflight 4.5, that's when we first started we had the new auto configure script for U-Blocks, and all you have to do is you set your baud rate to the baud rate that you want it to configure to, and then you go and you just set auto configure, and that's it for U-Blocks, and then it will auto configure your GPS to that baud rate, and we should use 57,600. And if that doesn't work because you've done some U-Center stuff, then you gotta get into U-Center through GPS pass-through, and you gotta hit default. There's a button that says default, and click that default button so that you go back to the default.
I don't think I changed anything on my GPS. I think I plugged it in and
Betaflight's configuration.
The UART, and that was it.
Isn't the best. There's some additional tweaks you can make in U-Center to increase the accuracy of your GPS, especially if you're in a hurry and you take off before you have like 25 satellites locked. You don't want any kind of wiggle there. Because by default, it's set to flying, and you actually want to set it to like pedestrian. You want centimeter accuracy if you can get it. There's also like operational power. If you've got power to spare, you can make sure it's always running at full power. It doesn't do any power saving modes.
Interesting.
That'll help with warm locks and sometimes cold locks as well. There's a number of different settings that you could tweak after Betaflight's had its way with it. And then like if you do tweak those settings, you take it off of auto configure once you go back into Betaflight.
There was some GPS auto configure updates that changes that went into the 4.5.2 update that just went out.
I'll be curious what they were.
Yeah, you should take a look at that.
Cool.
Yeah, I mean, last time I did auto configure with Betaflight, it was 4.5, but it was 4.50, and I felt like it was a little bit loose. It didn't enable all of the channels on the receiver.
And if you feel like there's something that should be brought to the team's attention, by all means, raise a, you could just say it on the Discord, and we'll make sure.
Already pretentious enough. The Betaflight guys don't need to hear from me. They'll be like, "Oh, this fucking guy again." Yeah, please tell me what's on your mind, bud.
No, do it, bro.
It's probably a welcome break from hearing BrandonBeans going on about it.
Yeah,
I'm excited to see GPS return to home work. I'm still got PTSD from the old days where it would just return to crash. It was like 35 miles an hour right into the ground at your feet.
Bro, that happened twice in one day. That's why I don't use GPS.
No, Betaflight 4.5 is amazing.
Yeah, no, I'm talking about the old days.
Now it's amazing.
I have GPS.
I've seen and heard like straight up recovered drones that were for sure lost. I have it all. I have GPS on my lifters and stuff. I just haven't configured it.
I tested fully loaded, fully kitted, return to home on my Cinelifter with camera.
I have mine all set up, but I haven't tested it yet because I'm scared. I don't want to pretty drone.
Just do it in a nice clear field Danzilla.
Might test that one with a dummy cam, you know.
So I'm going to take a wild guess. Nobody on the panel here uses KISS.
No.
I
can't
just
say
got
that.
kissed
Not
this
yet.
week, dude. Look,
There you go.
I got stacks of
Oh,
them.
look
They're
at
in the
you.
shop
Great.
now.
Fly High
Somebody
got
else
his
won't be able to shut up
first
about
kiss.
Ultra.
Kiss
talk about
Ultra.
Kiss.
It's not my well, technically it's not my first kiss. I had T Motors
my
Alpha
first kiss.
in the shop.
Yeah.
I've had that in the shop for a while, but yeah, now I've got Kiss in the shop too, and I'm adding these are the minis, and I've got the 30x30s coming, and Volterra is coming as well. I'm adding a ton of stuff to the shop right now.
Nice, dude. That's
T Motor,
cool.
you guys know the stink on T Motor. I can't get it anymore.
Yep.
So I'm looking for new brands, and I'm expanding. I've been taking a lot of submissions from everybody, just asking people what they want and recommendations, and I'm just expanding, trying to grab a lot of different stuff.
Rotor Riot flight controller, made in America.
Hell yeah.
Oh, yeah. Dude.
It's got less chance of being banned,
Yeah,
that's
that's
for
becoming
sure.
more and more relevant as things are going to become more banned.
Where are the motors made in America?
Right.
I can't talk about it.
Because we need some of those for sure.
It's happening
That's where we're
behind
going.
him. It's happening behind Sean right now.
I use
can't
old
talk about
speaker
it.
magnets.
Yeah. That'd be a process.
I put the Fox ear motors on all my binding flies I sell, and they've been nothing but great. They're solid quality.
I don't know how reliable the information is, but I heard Foxeer might follow the same path as T-Motor soon. So
Oh
buy everything Foxeer you can right now. I don't know. I don't know.
They're gonna start taking them all down.
The problem with Fox here is they're not making anything new right now. Everything seems to be frozen. Where T-Motor is continuing to produce new shit.
Yeah.
I
Fox
love
can't
T-Motor,
really
man.
bring it in.
Foxeer just
T-Motor, I
dropped
was
some new
sponsored by
motors not
T-Motor.
too long ago, actually. Some black ones.
Did they?
Yeah, some black ones.
Everything
I've been
in my
trying to
tanks
get
was T-Motor.
electronics from them for like 6 months. No new flight controllers, no ESCs. They've got like the random super expensive like 85 amp ESCs that I don't really need.
Yeah.
But it's like where's the 60 or 45? Where's the normal product? And
I haven't bought those in a minute.
the cheap stacks that they show on their website in stock, I pre-ordered 5 months ago, and they still have not delivered them.
Damn.
So I'm hella pissed.
Yeah, I've been just buying motors from them, and they ship right away.
Maybe it's just on the electronics
T-motors,
side.
Maybe.
Yeah, I always order the
Yeah, I have
T-motors
a
just straight
Fox
from
electronics
T-motors.
and everything too. All my lifters, and it's never any problems ever. They're solid.
Buy your T-motor while you can if you're in America.
Yeah.
Those in Canada, I would recommend getting it too, because you guys can still legally import it.
Yep.
Yeah, I was thinking about putting in an order for
Motors up
codes
Cinewoop
for
I
the
just
event.
built, but it's probably going to be the last time we use them.
Yeah.
Ruby's awesome. We're going
I actually gotta
to
get
maybe
some.
get some products here in Canada, T Hobby style, and then we're going to maybe send them to you guys called
Conrad, I don't
T
think
Hobby.
you're talking
and
about
we'll
your
just
meter,
keep the hobby going.
Mhm.
Yeah, so
These are
buy them
T-Motor
off-
1404s.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. I've been
done,
proud
like,
of myself.
3 of
Every time I
these,
order
and every
motors,
time
I
we do it, we do it
order
with
like
these.
double.
You have to.
It's nuts.
I've
They
got-
make
I got lots
T-motor
of
make me
backups.
sign paperwork every 6 months. I got to sign a new agreement that says that I won't ship anything to conflict zones or anything that'll ship like out of me to go somewhere else into a
Interesting.
conflict zone. Like they've been super serious about that for a long time.
How many companies are
Some
like that?
Ukrainian dude hit me up on Instagram about my live stream setup, and I was like, I won't reply to this guy.
A few companies are like that. Not all of them. TBS has agreements with me now too, that where I have to sign something that I won't ship to conflict zones.
Yeah.
TBS had an agreement with SN Hobbies here, local shop. They could only sell their stuff if they didn't sell the FR Sky units back in the day when it was like the R9 days and stuff. They had that. It was crazy.
Dude, that
You could buy the
Trappy was
radio
paying
with the
people for
R9.
smashing the R9s.
Yeah. Yeah.
If you smashed an R9 and sent a video of it to Trappy, he would like give you like 50% off your
I
crossfire.
never knew about that, dude. I would have got that.
He was still doing it like 2 years ago too. He was like,
man.
like I'll still honor it.
That's hilarious. I've got one in my drawer. I should probably just make a video. Another question I have for everybody on the panel here, and maybe even people in the chat. I know a lot of people have been around for a while. Remember the old subscription box days? I saved this shirt and tie-dyed it. But I'm wondering, do you guys think that kind of subscription box based stuff is ever going to happen again? Because fuck, take my money.
I mean, we've got Fly Tribe. They do subscription based thing. It's a magazine, and they do T-shirts, and then you can get like the extra crap too. But I don't really need any fanny packs.
No. Yeah. No, they got some cool stuff. Fly Tribe is actually sponsoring the finals, by the way.
I do the T-shirt and the magazine combo. It's like $35, and I'm like, dude, that's pretty good for a shirt and a mag, and the shirts are cool.
When I first got into FPV, I think it was FPV Crate was still around, and I was like, "Oh, that's really cool. I'll sign up for that." And I went to do it. And as a Canadian, they wanted to charge me like $70 shipping on every month. $70 for shipping. We're like, no.
That's pretty rough.
I don't know how long it's been like that. But he was like, yeah, I thought everyone was just idling out in conversation. He's been talking.
It was like
Marcel talk.
You get like an old
I'm here.
An old ESC
Can you guys not hear me?
and like
Joe, can
a
you hear
random VTX.
I can hear and see him now.
All right.
You guys are tripping out.
I thought I was having a stroke. I like everybody got quiet, and I was like, "This is fucking awkward, dude."
Yeah. What was the other T-shirt one that flopped? I think they flopped anyway. FPV
I just smoked a joint. Did you guys smoke?
Oh, is Lux no more?
They're trying, but they're like, they were like 6 months behind at one point, and then they're like, "Oh, we're gonna catch up."
6 months behind. Yeah, that's kind of.
Man.
You're kind of done there.
Yeah,
when
a lot of
your
people ask for.
thing.
Yeah, a lot of people ask for refunds and stuff. And I think they got them, but yeah, I mean, it is what it is. It's hard to keep that up when you're doing something every month. I was putting out a new shirt every month.
Yeah,
but it's been probably 6 months since I put one out now.
Yeah.
And I didn't make anybody pay for them in advance.
Yeah.
Overguard says he's gonna.
You should start like
OnlyFans
community submissions for shirts, so you don't have to do it.
I've had quite a few community submissions. I've had submissions from Washington State, from Bull Connor FPV. He did the shirt I'm wearing tonight. This one's
there you go.
The Ripping Cranes.
Nice.
Zora made this one for me. I don't know if you guys know, like LA, like there's a dope dealer shirt that's like pretty popular. Oh, he made a drone dealer. Drone dealer.
I love it. I need that.
Yeah,
I like that.
Nice.
I'm the plug, man.
Yeah, exactly, dude.
My LEDs were. I've got the packages over here, dude.
I've got so many LEDs in my garage that I put them on for my whole club in town.
Bro, my street league quad has so many fucking LEDs on it, dude, all with the fly high stuff.
You want some of these, man?
Yeah.
It's the plug.
That's so funny.
The
Need
plug,
my fix.
I get you lit as fuck.
Yeah, dude.
All right, guys. Awesome.
Yeah, Marcel, when are you starting up the OnlyFans?
Get your submissions in.
Get your submissions in.
Oh yeah, April
2
sign
minutes.
up
Yes.
challenge.
2 minutes of just whatever. Submit it.
Hell yeah.
Introduce us to your babies.
So we're gonna do
Show us
April
what
and
you got.
May next month. Is that what we're gonna do?
May is waterfalls.
We're
Yeah,
gonna do
May's
like-
waterfalls.
I think you should expand this to just water.
Water.
Ooh.
Yeah, because
Yeah,
like
we're gonna have to
waterfalls is
do
gonna be
it.
really hard for
Some
a
people
lot
are
of people.
flat.
Yeah,
Lowest
like
common
most
denominator.
That's good.
A lot of people are flat.
I would say most pilots don't
Yeah.
have waterfalls.
Rude.
Okay.
Well, you know, until actually watching a TV, a stream could be considered a waterfall if you don't really know what you're looking at, right? I mean,
Yeah. Water falling.
Water in the
falling.
shower.
We'll figure it all out because right now we're just focusing on that 2-minute video.
Yeah.
Next Tuesday,
Just
Danzilla and I,
spitballing here.
anybody who wants to join us, we'll have a discussion and tell you exactly what challenge we decided on for April. And April's challenge will be due April 29th. And then May we'll do another live stream like we're doing right now on May the 6th, where we'll introduce the May challenge, whether it be waterfalls or whatever we decide. Again, we have that side chat, so let's all maybe pick a bunch of cool ideas and we'll make some content for it. Otherwise, thank you very much, everybody, for being here. Fly High, West Side, Let's Fly RC, Falconrad, BrandonBeans, Danzilla, and Nomad. Thank you very much, you guys. You guys are all awesome. If you guys want to shout out anything before we shout out, go right ahead.
Go join
Sign up in the Discord.
Yeah, join the Discord.
Yes, sign up for the
Even if you're
challenges
not
because the
going to
prizes are
participate,
sweet.
you got to join the Discord just so you can vote.
Oh yeah.
Tell me what the best waterproofing material is.
Yeah, vote on Discord.
And of course, we've got the Sloss Derby, right, Mr. Fly High?
Yeah, Sloss Drone Derby is like 10 days away, April 12th and 13th in Birmingham, Alabama. You can go to dearborndroneco.com to get your tickets. While you're there, there's going to be a pro spec race for Multi-GP. The boys from Tennessee, Memphis, from 901 Memphis, are coming down to host a big 7-inch race. So the race is on Sunday morning, and then in the afternoon on Sunday, Fly Tribe is going to have their freestyle contest. It's going to be the first preliminary chance to get in on the freestyle contest. So you got to come check it out. There's going to be badass pilots from all over the country flying in to come meet up with us. There's camping on site if you want to crash there's a whoop house all night, and yeah, lots and lots of dope fun. Come out and join us. It's cheap. It's like $50 to come out and fly, and it's gonna be a lot of fun. I'll have the shop set up. There's gonna be a ton of vendors, like EV guys and all sorts of fun stuff. I Heart Drones, Odyssey Aerials is bringing their frames out, I believe. Yeah, it's gonna be dope. Let's go.
Heck yeah, awesome. Right on, dude. All right, thank you very much, everybody, for being here. We'll check you guys next Tuesday, and we'll shout out your challenge for the April. And yeah, thank you all for being here.
Love y'all.
Thank you.